Welcome to the world of histrionics. Incredible adventures in performance history, exciting tales from before the now. My name is Ragnar the Wise, and I am a Viking. Mwah! Mwah! But no longer am I a great and powerful warrior. I'm getting a bit old for that now, so instead I am a scop, a scold, a storyteller, and histrionics have asked me to come here to tell you all about one of my favourite stories to do with Thor, one of the gods. Now, I understand that many of you here will already be familiar with the gods, especially those of you in England and who are Anglo-Saxon and in the English-speaking world, because your days of the week are named after the gods, are they not? My favourite god, Tyr, god of war. Tyr's day is Tuesday. Next we have Odin, the All-Father, chief of the gods, called Woden by the Anglo-Saxons, giving his name then to Wednesday. Thursday is, of course, Thor's day, and Odin's wife Frigga gives her name to Friday. Also, I'm sure many of you will be aware of the mighty Thor, making appearances in Marvel Comics and as part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and wielding his mighty hammer, of which I have an amulet of right here. You can see it there. It's upside down at the moment, so if I turn it around this way, there we are, the hammer of Mjolnir. So, are you sitting comfortably? No? Well, I don't care. I'm beginning the story anyway. So, Thor, there he was in the realm of the gods, Asgard, asleep like a tiny baby. Then he woke up and looked down by his bed to discover with horror his hammer had been stolen. It was missing. Who has stolen my hammer? I am furious when I discover who it is. I know who it is. It's my brother, Loki. Loki will have my hammer. He is the god of mischief after all. Oh, when I get it back for him, there's going to be trouble. It's hammer time. And Thor did not stop. He went straight away to Loki's bedroom to go and talk to him. When he saw Loki, he reached out and grabbed his brother by the throat, lifting him high into the air. Loki, give me my hammer back.
Hello, brother down there. Sorry to say I don't actually have your hammer, but if you let me down, that would be great. Thank you. Just let go of my neck. It's not meant to bend this way.
Of course, Thor let his brother Loki go, and Loki had an idea. Look, brother, I know you're upset about the hammer. I know someone has come into your room and, taken the hammer off of your bedside table, knocked over your night lamp. It's all very distressing. So look, I have an idea. I'll go to one of the other gods, a goddess in particular, Freya. She has a magical cloak that's made of feathers. Whoever wears it transforms into a white raven and can fly absolutely anywhere. I could fly all across the 9 realms and try and find your hammer. How's about that? Now, we Vikings believe that there are 9 realms in existence. They are all connected by the World Tree Yggdrasil. And at the foot of the World Tree sit the 3 Norns, the fates who decide what will happen in the lives of all of the men and the women. So, Loki walked through Asgard, the realm of the gods, to speak to Freya. Hello, Freya. How are you? Bit of a problem. Thor's hammer's gone missing. He's quite upset about it. So, what I'll need to do, is all right with you, is to borrow your cloak, the one with the feathers, and I can disguise myself and fly all over everywhere and see if I can find this hammer. Yeah? Okay with you? Well, of course, Freya said,
Oh, yes, all right then. That's absolutely fine. Of course, I'll lend you the cloak, of course. We've got to find this hammer. That hammer and Thor are the only thing stopping chaos descending on Asgard. Here you are.
And she gave him this great cloak of feathers. Loki put it on and transformed into a great white raven, flying through all of the 9 realms. Oh yeah, not necessarily like this, but I like the dancing. Flew absolutely everywhere, all the way through all of the realms, high and low and side to side. He could not find the hammer anywhere. But when he was flying to the realm of the Frost Giants, he was spotted You see, the Frost Giants are very adept at using magic, which means they can recognize spells in an instant. One of the enormous Frost Giants called Thrym saw Loki flying above him and knew instantly that this was no normal white raven, but was in fact the trickster god. This huge and enormous Frost Giant looked up into the sky and said,
"Here, Loki, is that you? What are you doing? I know it's you. I'm really good at magic and that, and all casting spells and stuff. I see it's you. I know you're a bird. What are you flying about here for?"
Well, of course, Loki went straight down and transformed and spoke to Thrym. He said, "Yes, bit embarrassing. Thor has lost his hammer. Don't suppose you happen to know where it is?" Thrym replied,
"Yeah, I do as it goes, actually. Yeah, I know exactly where it is. It was me that nicked it. Yeah, I've got the hammer, and what I'm going to do, right, you can have it back, but only if I can marry Freya. Yeah, she's a nice girl. I like her. So if I can marry her, you can have your hammer back whenever you like, and you'll never find it. There's no point looking for it, right? I buried it with my massive frost powers 8 miles beneath the earth, so you'll never find it, will you? So you go back, you'll fly to Asgard and tell Thor right now he can have his hammer if I can marry Freya."
Well, when Loki went back and reported this, Thor and Freya especially were not happy. Freya did not want to marry a Frost Giant.
"No, I'm not going to do it. It's awful. No, la 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 la."
Thor, of course, would not permit such a thing to happen, and all the gods started shouting over each other to try and work out what was going on. Eventually, the guardian god, Heimdall, lord of the Bifrost, who apparently can see all the hairs on a cat's back at any time he wants to, although why he'd want to I have no idea, but it just gives you an idea of how far he can see. Heimdall had a bit of a think and said,
"You, hang on a moment. That Thrym, right, he's never seen Freya, has he? He's only heard about her beauty. Why don't we disguise Thor as a woman, put him in a dress, and then he can go to the wedding. When he gets the hammer back, he can go, 'Surprise, I'm not a lady, I'm Thor.' How's about that?"
Thor was having none of this.
"Oh, no, absolutely not. I am a great warrior of the Asgardians. I am a god. I am not, as the god of thunder and storms, dressing up as a lady. How dare you? I could not achieve such feats of bravery and greatness. What would happen to my name? No.
Lightning crashed and Thor all smashed all around, absolutely everywhere. He very nearly destroyed all of Asgard in a great temper, until Loki said, "Look, brother, easy. Why don't I come along as well? I'll dress up as your bridesmaid. That way, we'll both be dressed as women. We'll put the veil on your face so that Thrym the Giant doesn't realize you're Thor, thinks you're Freya. You can marry him, then we'll get the hammer back. Okay?" Thor, reluctantly, agreed. Thor and Loki, both in dresses and disguised as women, Thor as Freya, went back to Jotunheim and attended the marriage ceremony, getting Thor married to Thrym the Frost Giant. Forgetting himself, no doubt, in the excitement of the wedding, Thor managed to work his way through 3 barrels of mead, that's wine made with honey, also 8 salmon, a whole boar all to himself, and the entire wedding cake. Thrym the Giant was a bit confused.
"Yeah, I've never seen a woman eat that much food before. She got a bit of an appetite on you anyway, eh, Freya? Oh, yeah, get some food down your neck, blimey. What's all that about then, eh? Eating all that food."
Loki realized the game might be up if he didn't think of something fast. Well, you see... Oh, no, hang on a minute, lady.
Well, you see, Freya has been so excited about the wedding that she hasn't eaten anything in 8 days, which is why she's really hungry and has eaten all that food. All right. I see. Oh, well, fair enough then. Yeah, sure. I can see. Yeah, I'd eat a whole wedding cake all to myself, not leaving any for the guests at all, and even me, your husband. But it's fine. I understand, you're nervous and excited. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Let you off this time. Carry on.
So the feast carried on with Thor eating even more. Eventually, after several hours of this, Thrym became impatient and wanted to see what his wife looked like, as he'd not even lifted the veil yet. He reached forwards with his massive ice hands, grabbed the veil and lifted it up, and saw Thor's glowing red eyes.
Here! My wife's got glowing red eyes. What's all that about?
Loki had to think very quickly on his feet.
Well, you see, Freya has been so excited about today that she hasn't slept at all in 8 days. So she's red-eye. She's got the red eye. She's very tired. Oh, right, yeah. Well, that makes sense, but the thing, doesn't it? I suppose, women get really nervous about these things, I was a bit scared as well, yeah. Even a bit of my arm melted before, I was so nervous. Who knew, eh? Blimey. All right, on you go.
So, the party continued, and eventually, Loki went to Thrym and reminded him about his promise to return the hammer.
Yeah, all right. Suppose I did, didn't I?
The enormous frost giant stomped off.
La 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 la, do 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 de do de do.
Lifted Mjolnir and brought it back to the feast, plonking the huge hammer down upon the central table.
There you go. Brought the hammer back. Totally, promised it. I'm man of my word. Man of my word, with me, right? But always trust the Frost Giant. So, I've got Freya. She's now my wife. You take the hammer back to Asgard, all right? Therefore, no hard feelings or nothing. Isn't that right, Freya?
At which point, Freya lifted up her veil, and it turned out it was Thor.
He said, "Surprise! I've got my hammer back! It really is hammer time! You can't touch this! Only me!"
And Thor and his brother Loki used their weapons to completely smash up and utterly destroy the entire wedding and obliterate every single frost giant there. Afterwards, Thor was quite tired, but also had learned a valuable lesson.
"I suppose, my brother, it does not matter what I am wearing, whether it be armor, whether it be courtly robes, or an enormous dress. For it doesn't matter how I appear, only what I decide to do. Only in my heart are the deeds that matter."
And Loki said, "Yes, it's only your deeds that matter, even if you do decide to destroy an entire wedding. Come, my brother, let us return to Asgard." And I must be returning to the past. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for listening to my incredible tale of the theft of Thor's hammer. So remember to keep on subscribing, liking and sharing the videos here on the History Onyx YouTube channel if you're watching it on that, or on our Facebook side as well. And feel free to watch other videos on here too. Thank you very much for watching. I have been Ragnar the Wise. Stay safe.